Okay, are we good? Mm-hmm. 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 It's Self-Care Friday. I feel like it was just Self-Care Friday a few days ago, which I guess that's how weeks work. But it has been kind of a busy week. Just lots of activity going on. Our refrigerator died, so we had to get a new refrigerator. Why am I even telling you this? You don't care. You don't care. You're here for Self-Care Friday. I'm always excited to do these Friday vlogs, and I have to tell you that doing the vlogs sometimes is what keeps me doing these things for myself and being willing to go out and do things instead of just sitting at home, which is what I might default to otherwise. This time on Fridays has become precious to me in terms of keeping up my spirits and my mental health and making sure that I put aside some time each week that is just for me. So recently I've been trying to learn to draw, and I don't want to be like a great artist or anything. I just want to be able to make some sketches in my notebook because I think that is really neat and I like the way it looks. I've been using this book, You Will Be Able to Draw, by the end of this book. And I'm about halfway through it and I can sort of draw at this point. I mean, I guess anybody can draw. Can I draw well? No, I cannot draw well. The next exercise in the book is a life drawing exercise on animals. And it says that you can use your pets, and I certainly could, or I could sit outside and draw the birds and the squirrels, and I know that's an option. But I want to go to the zoo. So I have never been to the LA Zoo. So I'm going to take my drawing book and I'm going to go to the zoo today. Seems like fun. Before I leave though, I want to tell you my first good thing. So I mentioned that our refrigerator died, and our refrigerator when we moved into this house was this fancy refrigerator with a Keurig coffee maker built into the door. And we kind of became dependent on it. I hate admitting that because I'm kind of a coffee snob and I'm not a fan of, environmental nightmares of coffee pots, but here we are, we got dependent on that. And so we decided if we would buy a new refrigerator, we would also get a coffee machine. And so we got a new espresso machine, and it is so nice to be able to have an espresso I feel like I'm back in Europe again. I love having this machine. We've only had it for 2 days and it's just so good. I feel like my whole lifestyle has changed because I got an espresso machine. But enough of that. Let's go to the zoo. Whenever I come to a zoo, I go straight for the primate exhibits because I just love watching them. They're so human-like in their behavior, and I could just observe for hours. This is the first time I've been to the LA Zoo, and it's busy, it's full of kids, and that's what you want from a zoo. You want families and laughing kids and strollers and the smell of funnel cake and lots of animals to look at and excited small voices. So it is what you'd expect a zoo to be, but there's also not a lot of peace here or a lot of quiet. I think I'd like to come in November, maybe. I am finding places, spots here and there. The zoo is also a botanic garden, so there's lots of beautiful shady walkways and plants. did practice drawing some gorillas and chimpanzees. I've learned that I'm very bad at faces, even animal faces. But there's something very freeing about drawing when I know that I'm not that great at it, when I know that I'm still learning, because there's no pressure. I'm just practicing over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter what the results are. I have a confession. I actually didn't enjoy that much. I've been wanting to come to the zoo for a long time because I thought it would be a fun and relaxing thing to do, and it turned out it wasn't really for me. I don't know, I just didn't like this zoo much. I don't know if it was because I was alone without a small child or if it was just this zoo in particular. I think that it might be the latter. The zoo had a lot of chain link fences, a lot of enclosures that had not been kept up or were closed for maintenance. I felt like the enclosures were small and there weren't a lot of keepers or zoo employees around giving background information. And it was smaller than I thought. I'm just complaining. Why am I complaining? The landscaping was lovely and it was great to walk around for a few hours. The viewing area for the chimpanzees was really nice and I had a really good time drawing chimpanzees and gorillas without judging myself on it. A little judging. It was nice to get out of the house, to do something outdoors. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself credit for all of those things. And I think just having done that, having gotten out of the house, having, walked outside, having been in the sun, that itself was rejuvenating, even if the activity that I chose turned out not to be as great as I had hoped it would be. So what next? I'm gonna go to Target, which I will spare you footage of. Probably go by the grocery store and get something for dinner. This is not the most exciting self-care day in the world. I can't even tell you what I'm thinking about, what's going through my mind, because what's going through my mind is basically nothing, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to just be living in the moment for a little bit. I had a hard time going to sleep last night because I kept having these moments where I felt totally at peace and then I would panic because I was feeling so at peace that I was worried that that would go away and I wouldn't be able to feel that way again. Which, when you think about it, is the most ridiculous thing, but I got so worked up thinking about not feeling as good as I was currently feeling. This is what my therapist would call a can't win situation. You put yourself in these situations where you can't win. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put myself back in a situation where I'm not thinking about winning or losing. I'm just thinking about being. I'm just going to be here in the moment today. And now I'm sweaty and my eye makeup is runny. So I'm ready to take on errands. So it just occurred to me that it's kind of liberating to go someplace by myself and say, I didn't like that place. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't have fun. That alone is worthwhile, to not be worrying about pleasing anybody else and to just say, okay, that wasn't for me. How freeing is that, to not be worrying about anyone else's feelings? If that is not self-care, I don't know what is. I got myself a salad for lunch. I ran my errands, and now it's time to tell you my second good thing for the day. My second good thing this week is fireworks. I love 4th of July I love all fireworks. Where we live, we can actually see bits and pieces of a bunch of different fireworks displays from around the city. And so on 4th of July and New Year's Eve as well, we like to go up on the roof and just stand up there, sit up there wrapped in blankets, watching the fireworks from every direction. And that's what we did for 4th of July this year. And it just never fails to make me happy. I even like falling asleep to the sound of fireworks. My third and final good thing this month is that I have been a little bit more consistent about going for regular walks. I decided this month to make walking a priority, to try to make going for walks in the morning as much of a priority for me as doing self-care days on Fridays and going to my therapy appointments, because I know that those walks are so important to my mental health. And yet, if I stop doing them, I will not start again, sometimes for a week or two. So in July, I'm really focusing on, even if I don't feel like it, going out and taking at least a 15-minute walk in the morning. And I haven't managed to do it every day, but more days than not so far, I've gone out for walks in the morning. And it does make a difference to how I feel during the day. It makes a difference to my sleep at night. I don't know why it's so hard when the benefits to it are so manifold. So I'm prioritizing it. Hopefully I'll be able to come back to you at the end of the month and say that I took walks almost every day in July. I hope that's the case. I hope that I'm able to do that. Hold me to it. Ask me again at the end of the month. And for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the trip to the zoo with me. Maybe you enjoyed it more than I did. Really, thank you for being with me for these Friday vlogs, for the videos that go out on Tuesday. I appreciate it so, so much. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. You stuck with me all the way through. And until next time, I am wishing you love and joy and all of those good things. And I cannot wait to talk to you again.